Good morning, my dear students. So, myself, Rachna. So, I'm handling business studies and accountancy for first PUC as well as for second PUC. You people are freshers to a commerce field. So, when you're before in school, that is in your 10th standards or in your school life, you are ever know about the what is commerce, is it? So if you're going to be choose for a commerce field, what will be the advantages? So let's be going to be discuss first. So ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಎಂಗೇಜ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ if you choose a commerce, then you can go for a CA CPT, that is a CA, that is Chartered Accountant, and CS Company Secretary, and along with you can pursue the lawyer agbodu. Adamel next you can go for the banking sector, that is a enlarged sector. So here, and along with all other competitive examinations and along with a UPSC KPSC examinations, you can also be entered. Along with in a corporate world also can be survived. So you have the wide opportunity in while choosing a commerce field. So if you want to be choose a commerce field, it will be most helpful for your competitive examinations. So that is basic mathematics and statistics, along with computer sciences. So those are some subjects which are going to be morely most of the questions are going to be taken places from those topics. So in these cases you have the more beautiful opportunities and most large kinds of an opportunity in the commerce field. So let me discuss a common topic that is related to a business studies chapter, that is the first one, the business. So you people might have heard the word of business, is it? So then what is business? So here according to a simple word means that is being busy. So here a business means that is being busy. Being busy, yes. So some person, I'm giving an example. Some person, he may have busy in watching TV. Whether he is doing any business? No. Or some person or Mr. A is busy in helping her mother. Whether he is doing business? No. So here a business means being busy in what? In what? In means that is in being busy in producing or procuring the goods and services with the motive of profit. So here a business means that is being busy. So you'll be busy in activity. What kind of an activity means that is producing or procuring the goods and services. So not only for what purpose? For the purpose of making the profit. So here being busy. So which person has been involved with producing the goods and services. Either it may be procuring. Procuring means that is collecting the goods from any other person for the purpose of making the profit. That is selling to some person. From that thing used to make a profit. Without a profit, any one activity is not going to be involved. Either it may be producing the product, either it may be providing the services, whatever it may be, but they should be involved in producing or procuring. So a business means that is being busy. In which activity? He should be involved in producing something or converting the raw material So the main, for what purpose they used to make producing? For the purpose of profit. If I am producing anything, so the main intention of a production means that is a profit. So by producing a product, I should earn a more profit. Also, either it may be by collecting the resources, so I should earn the profit, that is by selling to some other person. So here a business means that is a person or an activity which is involved with producing or procuring. So either it may be producing, that is producing is nothing but that is converting the raw materials into finished goods. That is called as a producing. So in the producing, what they are going to do? They used to convert the raw materials into finished goods. The best example, sugarcane industry. Is it? What they used to do? They used to buy the sugarcane, and the sugarcane is a raw material. After that one, they used to produce the product as a sugar. Is it? The raw material is sugarcane. The finished product is a sugar. So here the raw material is sugar cane, and the product is, that is sugar is the finished product. So here they has been involved in producing the product. So the product produced, the sugar has been produced, that is a final product. So it is going to be sold in the market or sold to our customers for the purpose of profit. So here the next word, that is procuring. Procuring means that is collecting. Procuring means collecting or receiving. So here what they used to do? They used to collect the raw material. The best example, so the petrol, iron ore or gold, so whatever, all those resources are in under the earth. So nama earth alli irodrinda, so those resources are going to be collected from some other country or from some other places, then is going to be sent to some other persons. So here, that is, they used to collect the raw material. They used to collect the raw material and sells the raw material. They used to collect the raw materials and finally they used to sell the raw material. For the purpose of what? For the purpose of profit. So either it may be they can convert the raw material, either it may be the same raw material may be produced for some other activities, and for the what purpose? For the purpose of profit. They may be involved in, either it may be producing the goods, either it may be providing the services. The another one example, take example of a driver. So here the next thing is goods. What is goods? Goods is nothing but a tangible item or a physical item which has been converted raw material into finished goods. Then what is service? Service is intangible. Services is intangible. Is it? Can we see the service? No. So here the goods means that is a tangible item. It is a tangible. We can be seen, we can be feel, we can be touched. So that is tangible. That is, for example, you daily use ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು soaps, shampoos, so whatever it may be, those are a raw material. Some ingredients has been converted into as a finished goods, that is a goods. Then a services. The services means that is transportation, communication, insurance, warehousing. Is it? So those are comes under the services. That is a best example transportation. Transportation means tours and travels. So what they are going to be? They are involved in, they are busy in providing the services. They are not going to produce anything. Is it? The industry is going to be produce invest into finished goods, but the service oriented are industries. So they used to provide the services. Or if you go for restaurants, what they used to be provide? They used to provide the services, that is cooking. By food sets they used to be provide the services. Is it? So those are comes under the service means that is intangible. We can feel the services, or we can feel the service what is going to be taken place, but we cannot be seen. We cannot be touched. Just it can be feel the services. So that's why it is called as a intangible. So whether it may be tangible or intangible, involving in producing products or services with a motive of profit. Without profit in the business, they used to not to connect any activities in the business. So those which are activities not involved with the earning of money, so those are not comes under the group of business. So here main meaning of a business is that is the work or a person being busy in producing or procuring the goods and services with the motive of profit. Then you might have asked the question that is related to, ma'am, yes, if I want to be earn the profit means what about the risk? Yes, obviously there will be higher level risk will be involved. That is high level risk will be involved. Yes, before those things, what is risk? Risk is uncertainty. Uncertainty of future, or uncertainty. Uncertainty means we don't know about the risk. We don't know about the risk. We cannot predict the risk. How the risk can be arised. So namage gottita at present what is the situation, we already know about the present situation. Is it? That is what are the problems we are facing. Not only for single way, in so many bases or so many for sectors, the corona effect is going to be impacted. Is it? So can we make assumptions of that one? No. It is unpredictable. So it has been impact on that is even in the business, service oriented, production. Is it? For the all over world it affecting. Is it? We might have ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತಾ ಅದು ಈ ತರ ಕರೋನಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ಲಾಕ್ ಡೌನ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಈ ತರ ಎಂಗೇಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ? No. Any people has been imagined? No. It is unpredictable. We cannot predict what is going to be happen in the future, or what is going to be happen in the next minute. Can we make prediction? No, we cannot make prediction. So those is called as a uncertainty. So in the same way, the business has been involved with high level of risk, high level of uncertainties will be involved. The best example. So ನಿಮ್ಮ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಟೇಕ್ an example. So you had a plan with starting with a provisional store. Provision store na start ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ plan ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. In the beginning you have heard very good of profits. So profit ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. After that one, so in the immediately the other competitor has been arised in your same area. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೇಮ್ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟರ್ ನಿಮಗೆ arises ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. So ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತಾ? So whether a competitor may be arised in your area or with your can fight with your business? No. It is uncertainty. Is it? So here business means it has been involved with the high level of risk, that is full of uncertainty. We cannot predict the risk, or we cannot predict what is going to be happen in the next minutes or next future. But even though we will be ready with so much of plans and the goals will be prepared. Even though in facing those uncertainties, we used to be reach the goal, that is making of profit. So here business means business is not a simple activity. It is also has been involved with the high level of risk, even in the high level of risk. So how can I earn the profit? With producing goods and services and satisfying the customer needs and wants. So this is the some meaning and some basic introductions about the business. The next thing, in a commonly the activities has been divided into two categories. The activities has been divided into two categories. That is, one is economic activity. The next one is non-economic activity. Economic activity and non-economic activity. Then first thing, what is economic activity? Yes, economy means money, is it? So here, which activity involved with a motive of earning profit or earning money, those activities are comes under the economic activity. So again I am speaking, economic activity means, economic means is nothing but money. Economy means a money. So here yes, economic means money. So here, which activity involved with earning of money? Which activity is earning with the which activities has been involved with earning money? So those activities are called as a economic activity. So again, economic activities has been divided into three categories. That is, first one, business. Second one, profession. Third one, employment. So here, economic activity means the money related activity. Money related activity or motive of money. Which activity has been involved with earning of profit or money? So those activities are comes under the group of economic activity. So under the economic activity, they have been classified into three categories. That is, business, profession and employment. So here, a business, you already know the meaning, being busy in producing or procuring the goods and services with the motive of profit. So a profit jotege they has been involved with a business. So that is called as a business. The next one, what is profession? Here the profession means, that is, get the certified from the particular universities. The best example, a doctor, lecturer, teacher, etc. Is it? So we should call him as a doctor, means he has to be certified, means he has to be undergone with a particular education and he used to be certified by the particular universities as a doctor. Yes, if he has to be called as a lecturer, means there has to be gain particular knowledge related to particular subjects or particular topics, and they used to be certified as a master of philosophy or the master of particular concerned subject. Is it? So here these are going to be, so even the doctor is going to be do his works for the purpose of making the profit. So take example of clinic. Clinically doctor en ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, they used to be check the patient for what purpose? For the purpose of money. Free ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Some people may be involved. Is it for the purpose of a service oriented? But most of the persons are going to be for the purpose of, they used to be establish the clinic or they used to start the clinic for the purpose of earning the money. Is it? So that's why even we are teaching for the purpose of earning money. So in that cases this is comes under the economic activity. After that, employment. Employment means here, in the employment, we used to see the two peoples, that is employer and employee. Employer and employee. Yes. Who is employer and who is employee? The employer is the owner. Employer is a owner. Employee is a job seeker. Job seeker or the candidate. Yes. So here our employer. So here our employer used to establish a industry. That is, our owner used to establish the industries, and then they used to provide the job opportunities for the candidates. That is seekers. So that person is called as a employee. Here employer used to select the employees. So here employment means here the opportunity which has been provided by the employer to the employee with the consent of earning the money. So a particular employee working in XYZ company for our purpose earning the money. So here the main thing, that is a monthly used to get the salary, is it? So that's why this employment is also comes under the economic activity. So here again I am speaking about the common activities has been divided into two categories, that is economic activity and non-economic activity. So here economic activity means an activity which has been involved with earning of money. So those activities are called as economic activity. So again economic activities has been classified into three categories, that is business, profession and employment. So here a business, so whatever the works are going to be carried out, either it may be producing, either it may be procuring, either it may be providing the services. So their main intention is to earn the profit, for the purpose of profit. Here in the profession, so whatever the works is, they used to be conducted for the society for the purpose of fees. For the purpose of fees. So in terms of money. The next one. So the employment. What the works are going to be taken places by employee for the purpose of salary. So here profit in terms of money, fees in terms of money, salary in terms of money. So here economic activity. So these three are the categories of economic activity. Then what about the non-economic activity? Non-economic activity means, that is a reverse to an economic activity. Which activity not involved with earning of money? Hagadre yavu irbodu? Again speaking, a non-economic activity means which activities not involved with the money. So they used to conduct the activity with a caring, love, sympathy, with the affection. They used to not to be concentrate on the money. They used to give importance for a care, love, sympathy and affections. The best example is while walking in your road or when traveling to your houses. So some accident has been taken places. So while after that one used to be used to take the person into an hospital. So after that one, whether you people are going to ask the fees for those charges? No. You have shift the person for the purpose of, that is by a love, or it may be by care, by sympathy. It may some accident has been taken place, some injuries has been happened. So thus why we had been shifted the person into an hospital. Is it? So another one example, in your homes you are going to be help your mother in the kitchen. Either it may be cutting the vegetables, either it may be washing the plates or whatever it may be. Is it? So even after that thing, whether you are going to ask your mother, yes, so I completed? Yes, give me a money. Can you people are going to be asked that one? No. With the help, by love of your mother, you people has been involved with those kinds of processes. Is it? So those activities are comes under the non-economic activity. So here non-economic activity means which activities has not been involved with earning of money. Yes, e activities do concept ಏನಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ money purpose ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, for the purpose of by loving, care, sympathy with the affection. So ನಿಮ್ಮ parents ಗಳಿಗೆ ನೀವು help ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ with affection and love used to provide the helps involved with the helping nature. Is it? So that's why it is called as a non-economic activity. Yes. After this one, going to start a business. So you may have people in your family or some other persons has been involved with a business. So business ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Yes, ಏನ್ business ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ? So they might have involved with any other activity. That maybe they used to collect the products from any person and they used to sell the products to any other persons. But they have been involved with the procuring or producing the goods and services. Yes, while establishing a business unit, so what are the factors has to be taken into consider? So ಈಗ ನಾನು business ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. So business ಶುರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಏನೇನು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? The first factor, that is selection of business. Selection of business. So which business I am going to be start, whether it may be producing the product or whether it may be providing the service. Yes, ನಾನು goods ಗಳನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಾ ಅಥವಾ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಾ? Which type of activities I am going to be involved with? That is called as a selection of a business. The next one, size of a business. Size of business. Yes. So commonly there is a 3 level sizes, that is small scale, medium scale and larger scale. Yes. Small scale, medium scale and larger scale. We have 3 scales are there. So according to by seeing a capacity and along with a financial support, we used to select the which scale I am choosing, whether a small scale or a medium scale or the larger scales. The next one, that is choose of form of ownership. Ownership. Yes. Choose a form of ownership. So yes. So which under the which ownership we have to be start the business. So in the ownership we are going to be seeing the 5 varieties. That is the first one, sole proprietorship. Second one, partnership. Third one, HUF. Fourth one, cooperative society. Fifth one, joint stock company. Yes. Commonly we have 5 different ownership companies are there. So before going to select, so I used to go with the what are they? If I select a sole proprietorship, that is what will be the advantages and what will be the disadvantages. After that one, if I going to be select the partnership, then what will be the advantages and what will be the disadvantages, and so all the each factors are has to be taken into consideration, and they has to be deeply studied along with which form is going to be suitable for me. So I have a capable of handling with by myself means then I can go for the sole proprietorship. Then otherwise we have the number of persons with either it may be friends, either it may be family members, either it may be any persons. So we are planning to make a sharing means that you can go for the partnership. Either it may be going to be taken start the business with your family members itself. You can go for the that is Hindu undivided family firm. So these are under these 5 anyone is going to be selected by your own capacities and only by your decisions. Those going to be selected. After that one, that is finance. The fourth one, that is the next one we should take into consideration, that is finance. Yes. So after the selection of business and a scale of business and a choose of ownership, then I'm going to be plan about the finance. Yes. What is the required finance we needed to carry out the business? If I select the firm small scale, then I need a smaller amount with the sole proprietor. So if just an example, I had selected the smaller scale with the sole proprietor. So and the amount, what is the amount required? So those things are going to be plans in the finance. The next one, physical facility. Yes. The next one, physical facility. Physical facility is nothing but that is land. So after that one, if I selected the production means I need a plant. Is it? That is a land has been required. That is building. Land and building. Bekada namge. Land and building, that is physical facilities. After that one, so I used to choose the physical, that is which building I am going to be taken places. After that one, I used to go for the plant layout. Sixth one, plant layout. So in the plant layouts, I should arrange the spaces for the missionaries. So in an organization, so I has been involved with, I plan to make a production of goods means, so there is some equipments are going to be involved, are going to be used in the present situation. For those things, I need a arrangements, that is for missionaries. For the missionary. After that one, competent and committed workforces. Then I used to go for the workforce. Yes. How much of workforces are needed according to the structure of a organization. The next one, tax planning. Next one, launching. Yes, launching the business unit. Yes. So here, first they used to select the plan, which business I am going to be start. So before going to this thing, they used to find the answer for these 3 questions. That is what, where, when, how much. So here first question, that is what then the last one, that is for whom it's to be produced. Yes. So here what is to be produced? ನಾನು ಏನೇನು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. After that one, when it should be produced. Yes, ಯಾವ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Then when it should, ಯಾವಾಗ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Then how much is to be produced and for whom it's to be produced. So these questions are asked to be first answered. Yes, ನಾನು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾಕೆ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, then ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So these questions are asked to be make a answer for these questions. After this thing, they used to be involved with a steps, the process, that is a selection of business. After that one, they used to select the size of the business. After that one, they used to choose the form of ownership under the 5 varieties. The next one, they used to arrange the finance. After that one, they used to arrange for the land and building for the carry outing the production activity. After that one, they used to set the plant layout, that is arrangements for machineries and equipments. The next one, workforces. Obviously we need the workforce, that is employees are needed. So these employees are has to be appointed according to by seeing the work pressure. After that one, we used to make a tax planning. The next one, we can go for the launching a business. While starting a business, we should consider all of these steps are has to be taken into consider, and we has to be start the businesses. So this is some concept which you people are going to be seeing here in the business studies. So here so many some introductions and a simple concept has been discussed for the purpose of people to introduce about what is commerce. Anodike some topics has been simple topics has been discussed in today classes. Thank you.